What's up, chat? I have a friend who has an absolutely disgraceful sense of humour. He thinks this is funny. He was getting married a few years ago, and oh wait, there's a rat in the box. There's a rat. And I, to satiate his sense of humour, purchased him this Minion's soap dispenser, which makes noises when you push it down. Any soap in it? This was actually semi-collectible, so it's quite a rare thing, but there's a problem. The battery inside is sadly not replaceable. So, I told him to send it my way, and we'll take a look. Ignore the rest of the contents, that's a surprise for a future video. And he wants this box back, I don't know why. But we put that safe. Right. So the first thing is, this isn't actually pressing down, so how the hell does it work? Not suitable for children under 3 years, adult supervision is recommended. Avoid contact with eyes in the... Yes. It's under license from Corsair, the PC company. Well, that's a odd discovery that I didn't expect to make. This is empty, thankfully. It does have a slot there for something, but it's obviously nothing there. So I'm just taking a look to see how it's assembled, to see if there's a way to possibly pry it open instead of having to cut it open. That's obviously the speaker. I think prying it open would be the best case scenario and then gluing it back together rather than initiating a cut. Does this unscrew at all from here? Nope. This looks like it wants to come off. I don't think it does. Whatever this hole is here looks perfect for a USB-C point. Yes, I'm just going to be making this, hopefully, USB-C rechargeable. Just a nice little simple mod, but obviously I have to form a way in my mind of how I'm going to do it. Oh yes, it is farting hand wash. It does make fart noises. How appropriate. My issue is if I go in with a Dremel, it's going to leave a cut. How is my focus? Is my focus good or is my focus bad? So there's a small seam around the edge that appears to be welded shut, but we'll see if we can get in somehow. Because if you saw the PlayStation video, I had to attack that with a Dremel, and if this is the same case, I would hate for that to be the case. What is that hole for there? Let me shine a light in there, see if I can see what's in that little hole. Something that's rusted, definitely rusted. Maybe that's a drainage hole in case any water does get in, but there's definitely rust coming out. I'm probably going to have to cut. Gently score around the edge, I'm thinking, with a blade, a sharp blade. I'll replace my blade for this. I never replace my blades. Give me a few, I'll chuck some more back in there. Secure and safe. Safe and sound. Trying to make sure I stay within the groove so that I don't scratch the rest of it. Oh, I did scratch it. I did scratch it. No. Oh well. It's only superficial, I guess. I highly disagree with brands that make novelty items with non-replaceable batteries such as this. Whoever licensed this from Corsair, it would be nice if the top did just come off. Let me double triple check that it just doesn't. Great. The thing is, I don't want to be going in with a Dremel because the cut would be so wide it'd be hard to fill back in. I mean, one thing I could do is just rip it apart and then 3D print a new housing. That could be an option, unless I can break through this plastic weld and just dress my wound a little. Let's see if the gap I made is sufficient enough to get my spudger in. I don't think it will. Nope. Oh, we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. Wait. Looking good. It's coming apart at the seams where I cut it first. If anyone knows how to break plastic welds easy, let me know, because this isn't the first time I've had to deal with this stuff. Hey. And there's the internals. Alright, how much damage have I done to the outer casing here? One small scratch to the back end. One small scratch underneath. I don't think that's too much to be worried about. These batteries, look. I mean, why would you make... This is single use. Why? I don't understand why you would make such a thing. What's on the chip? Literally nothing. It's an 8 ohm 0.25 watt speaker. I mean, that looks like it's supposed to have screw holes there. Anyway, let's check the voltages of these batteries. LR41s. I could just replace the batteries, but you know, it's not about that, is it? There is some rust in here. That looks like That looks like a slot for a USB-C point. It really does. It's nuts. Absolutely crazy. I'm definitely going to be able to get a charger in here. Anyway, loads of room. I am going to clean this out. Remove the rust. Because why not? I'm here. Maybe as it's a product you use with water, they didn't want to put more sensitive electronics in with it, but you know. So how does it sense? Because I thought there would be a switch in here that goes upwards. But what the f*** is Corsair? What are Corsair licensing then? I have no idea. Anyway, let's get a battery board. And a battery. After some searching, I found my little batteries that were for another project that has yet to see the light of day because it actually turned sour. But these are very, very small 50 milliamp hour batteries. And they should be sizable enough to fit in the housing. Now, normally to recharge batteries, I use these little boards. You can buy these pretty much 10 a penny. The only problem with them is that they don't allow for fast charging. I have this, which I think I'm going to build a little housing for, and have jumper wire, like DuPont, I guess the brand name is, connections inside in that hole there, and then off the little box from the USB-C, these wires can come off and then just plug in, and then this can be removed and then reused. It is unfortunately a little trinket that you can lose, but I think it's the safest way to do this to avoid any electrical discomfort. Right, so we're going to be soldering, I guess. Let's do the battery first. My little board. I'm wondering if the batteries died or if they just corroded past the point of being useful. Make sure to frame this nice so you can see what I'm doing on camera. If we build like this, we should be good. It should be. First off, let's not waste any wire. Let's put the battery somewhere safe so we're not soldering near it yet. Flux. Wait for this to temp up. Life's a lot easier when you've got a decent soldering iron. Although I need to replace the case on this because it's cracked and my USB-C cable likes coming loose. So that's a bit of a shame. Battery plus. There we go. Clean off the excess. So this little water hole, I believe, I'm not even sure what it is. I'm planning to go in there of the jumper cable to go through. That's the plan. And I'm not using standard color cable here, but we're not worried. It's a hack, right? Right, then on the end of these, we're just going to grab some solder seal tubes. Let's see if I can get two at the same time, is it? Let's see what happens. Oh, we did it! Small ones, please. They'll do. Good seal. Good seal. Looks good. So now if we put yellow in yellow and green in green and then get a USB-C cable, we should see it charge. It's charging. Can you see that light? It's red. Let's leave it charging and we'll semi-assemble it and yeah. Apparently that's charged already. There we go. Oh, this magnetic speaker, come on, go away. So it's definitely, this little circular thing, it's definitely a motion sensor. Fart reverb's on the go. So yeah, that's cool, it works. Fortunately for the rest of the video now, I'm gonna have to bear the sound of farting left and right. I'm surprised that charged so quickly. Might be because it's tiny, I'm not sure. But here we have a farting noise now, at least. Right, let's see if I can do this the way I want it. Capped on tape, please. Make sure nothing touches anything else while it's doing whatever. This is very... It's just gonna keep farting at me. Oh, I see. It's very clever design. There's a tiny spring inside, and when this is pushed, the spring just touches the metal inside. So it's not complicated electronics. It's a simple switch. Thankfully, I have broken the leg off the bottom, and it being that simple means it isn't going to be that hard to fix. Check that out for some impressive soldering. Absolutely tiny. Still did it. I guess now all we have to do is make the wires go in. but whether or not it'll have enough purchase without cutting. I'm trying to be non-destructive. When I do mods, I try to be non-destructive, basically. Unfortunately, I don't think that's going to be the case for this little one. Let's see the tiniest drill bit that I have then. Closest to the nozzle is positive. Let's remember that. Positive is towards the nozzle. Oh, my soldering's come undone. Because I had to move this and it was just broken metal, it just doesn't want to stay in place now. And then when it was staying in place, it was completing and remaining complete the circuit, which isn't good. I'm doing some research now because basically this may be fixable, but it's so fiddly and without a thumb, I may as well just buy a new. I don't even know what they're called though. I'm searching for spring switch activator. So yeah, might be a couple of days. So it's been a few days. The eBay purchase has finally arrived. I've also made this little, I guess I'm calling it a dongle box, but it's just a 3D printed box with the USB wire to positive and negative terminals, which I have confirmed does indeed fit snugly into the recessed points at the bottom, like so. And this way, LED, it's charging. Lovely. The eBay purchase. I got this from an actual UK seller. Just a little... some vibration impact sensors, which I only need one, but obviously it's more cost efficient to get 10. This is about £4 for 10. They appear to be of the right type. In fact, they're almost identical, except that they are capped off at the end. They're even a very similar size. Let's create some more space here. Let's temp up the soldering iron. There we go, that's one pin done. There we go, that's that one off. And then the new vibration sensor, which is very, very similar to the old one. Make sure I get the correct orientation before I put it in. As you know, we are working in a very confined area. Alright, so if I put that there and that there, this can come off this way, and I should have enough room to close. Well, I guess that means it works. This gives me an idea. That's, I like these. I like these switches. Oh, he's done her again, for fuck's sake. If you want it that way, it means you have to have it that way, then. And the trouble is, when you go to bend them, they don't bend by the legs, they bend by the weakest point. I may have to do something I didn't want to do. I think I am, though. Snips, please. Snips, please. Snips, please. I'm just going to remove the USB-C port to make more room. This is completely fine to do, because the charging points are coming in externally to the USB-C port that's usually on the charging boards, but that will give you a bit more space. Should I replace the tape with fresh tape now that it's become less sticky? I think so. This is one of the most annoying videos I have ever made in my life. Speaker first. Wires oriented to the back. Charge board with battery and little recess. Wires pushed down. Yes, that's good. Let me get my glue gun and I'm going to experiment with something. A glue stick for a glue gun. What I'm hoping here, you see where I cut through the plastic weld with a knife? I'm hoping I can fill that back in with glue and obviously keep it together with the glue at the same time. Let's hope. And then the excess glue that's around the edge I'm just going to shave off with a razor blade. And hopefully that'll give it a nice smooth edge again. Unfortunately, I can envision me holding this for a very long time, because the clamps I have don't work, because this is a smooth object and they just slide off. I should be able to clean up nice with a nice razor blade if I'm gentle enough, and if the thing shuts the up. I'm sure there are better ways to bond these two pieces of plastic, and if you know of any, let me know in the comments below. Oh, I tell you what I'll do while I'm here, and while the glue gun is a bit still active, I'm just going to secure all this into place, because at the moment these bottom wires like to come out, as does the USB-C at the top. Let's examine this. Is it dry yet? Shut up! I mean, no, my friend, he'd probably likely accept it like this. If we do... I can't talk! I'll just go gently around the edge now with a knife. The main thing that I'm doing right now is taking it from between the seams. The excess glue on the sides I can just rub off later. If I start peeling, it'll peel the glue from the inside, so as long as I separate the sealing glue, or the filling glue, from the edge glue, I should be able to peel the rest off. So the theory in my head dictates. It's so unfortunately at the front a little bit of glue did come out. And there. It is looking good. This side is looking really good. It's a bit rough at the back. A bit more infill needed on the glue there. A little trick with glue guns is if you get the hot end, you can kind of still melt the glue, but don't push it too much, because you can also melt the plastic. This part is particularly obnoxious to do because of the curve. It's hard to get the knife in and slice, and then it continues to come out of the front. Alright, I think I'm done. Give a quick polish. And that is the story of how I repaired my friend's most treasured possession. Like and subscribe.
But wait, there's more.